So are you excited about this?
No, not at all.
It's no secret that the Brown family, led by the controversial Kody Brown, has weathered countless storms in the public eye. But this latest bombshell might be the most explosive to date. Whispers have circulated for years about Kody and his fourth wife, Robyn, allegedly funneling money away from the family coffers. It sounded too wild to be true, until a daughter stepped forward with her own jaw-dropping accusations of theft, lies, and a pattern of emotional manipulation.
But it looks to me that Robyn just has different rules and expectations for how she would like people to behave in her home.
Could this be the biggest betrayal in sister wives history, or is there more at play beneath the surface? From the outside, the Brown family once seemed like a shining example of plural marriage on reality TV, united under one roof, or sometimes several, with Kody as the figurehead, juggling the emotional needs of multiple wives and a large brood of children. But behind those cameras, rumors have swirled about questionable spending, hush money, and young adults who feel they've been systematically shut out.
But it looks to me that Robyn just has different rules and expectations for how she would like people to behave in her home. And surprisingly enough, we all have personalities and opinions, and we're not as easily controlled as she might prefer.
These new claims only escalate the drama, raising urgent questions about how deep the alleged deception runs. Before we dive in, keep in mind that many of these allegations stem from private testimony, reported insider leaks, and the daughter's own explosive statements on social media. While the Brown family has addressed certain financial disputes publicly, there's still a shroud of secrecy over the full scope of what really happened. Today, we're piecing it together for you, from the earliest red flags to the shocking reveal that might tear this family apart for good. Buckle up, because this ride is about to get intense.
See, it's annoying to everyone that Robyn has the least years of experience in this plural family, but she always speaks like she's the expert on all family matters. I'm not Kody, so I don't know, but I guess love makes you blind.
Long before the most recent accusations of theft, small clues were popping up like weeds. Observant fans noticed that while many of Kody's wives, Janelle and Christine in particular, often seemed to struggle with day-to-day expenses, Robyn and Kody were living in a lavish home sporting an eye-popping price tag. Rumors circulated of pricey vacations that only Robyn's children enjoyed, along with plush furniture, brand-name items, and other perks that painted a stark contrast to the scraping-by stories from the other wives. Yet whenever anyone dared bring it up, the official line was always the same. Any big spending from Kody and Robyn was purely to accommodate the entire family. The other wives, some claimed, simply didn't want or need as many luxuries. But fans and insiders started to suspect that something more insidious was going on. After all, where was all that TLC money heading? Sister Wives had been airing for years, so a decent income was presumably rolling in. Why then did certain wives appear so strapped for cash?
The kind of family we had, so what Robyn was getting and what you guys are seeing is the same thing. There were like issues, but we were genuinely a very loving and happy family.
The tension escalated as the family prepared to move to Flagstaff and invest in Coyote Pass. The wives were supposed to pool their resources to purchase property and eventually build separate homes on that land. But behind the scenes, the question hung ominously in the air. Were those funds actually going into Coyote Pass? Or were Kody and Robyn diverting chunks of it for themselves? Christine and Janelle especially showed increasing frustration with the lack of progress. And viewers couldn't help but sense that the pot was about to boil over. That leads us to the moment that truly ignited the scandal. One of Kody's own daughters, with Christine, based on fan speculation, though multiple adult children have spoken up, accused Kody and Robyn of using family money for personal gain. In her telling, this wasn't a minor oversight or a simple budgeting conflict. It was a systematic siphoning of funds meant to be shared among the wives, each of whom had contributed their TLC earnings to a communal pot for years.
My dad and Robyn and all those kids are invited, but I don't know if they'll want to come. It seems like we've kind of been shunned from him.
This daughter's allegations, made on social media and elaborated upon through her own online content, stopped short of using the word embezzlement. But the sentiment was clear. She felt her father had effectively taken money that belonged to the rest of the family and funneled it into a lifestyle that benefited Robyn and her kids disproportionately. She cited expensive mortgage payments, brand new vehicles, rumored shopping sprees, and even high-end vacations that most of the family never saw. Worse yet, the daughter claimed that when she or her siblings tried to question it, they were shut down, sometimes gently, sometimes more forcefully. "We're told we shouldn't be ungrateful," she alleged. and that it's all for the good of the family, but it never feels that way when you're watching them live large while you barely get by. The tension only escalated when those who dared to speak out risked being cut off entirely from family events, or so the rumor goes. The emotional fallout proved devastating. As soon as the daughter's claims went public, fans and critics alike erupted.
And I don't think he wants anything to do with the rest of us. I really hope they do come. I terribly miss my siblings. Pam says Robyn is going on and on about what your mom's divorce is taking away from her, not caring about your mom's pain or the rest of the family's pain. Do you think Robyn really wanted the family, or do you think she just wanted Kody and to be taken care of?
And an immediate explanation from Kody and Robyn. Others wondered if the daughter, perhaps upset by personal disagreements, was exaggerating or weaponizing family secrets. But when multiple siblings started hinting that they stood by her side, or at least empathized with her concerns, the chatter turned deafening. There might be real merit to these shocking accusations. If you recall, one of the biggest sources of conflict in recent seasons has been Coyote Pass, those plots of land that were supposed to become dream homes for Kody and each wife, a place to secure the family's legacy for generations. Yet time dragged on, building never seemed to get underway, and Christine, Janelle, and even Mary began questioning why no real progress was being made. There always seemed to be a financial shortfall, not enough money to cover permits, not enough money for construction crews, not enough money for site prep. But was that really the case? Some fans point to the timeline. While Coyote Pass sat undeveloped, Kody and Robyn purchased a large home instead of renting or building on the property. According to these accusations, the couple also did not hesitate to spend on fancy decor, top-of-the-line tech, and rumored personal indulgences. It's not just about the physical home or the mortgage. There were allegations of $300, $400 sandals, luxury handbags, and repeated trips to theme parks.
They stay around long enough to pay off Coyote Pass, brought in a lot of income to the family over the years, so it's gross to see how Robyn didn't bring in much from Surprise Closet. Well, Janelle is living as cheaply as possible to save to build on her own home, and Robyn wearing $400 flip-flop. Can you shed any light on this? I did not know Robyn was wearing $400 flip-flops. That doesn't sound like her, though.
That's not necessarily illegal, unless the money they used was communal family money, earmarked for Coyote Pass. Though the official stance from Kody and Robyn was that these expenses were simply the byproduct of a big family with many needs, critics claimed something fishy was going on. The daughter's statements added fuel to the fire by insisting these weren't merely day-to-day necessities, but extravagant splurges that ended up draining funds that should have been split among all the wives, and used for shared family goals. For viewers who'd long watched Janelle pinch pennies, often living in smaller, more modest digs, this alleged discrepancy felt galling. One child of Kody, speaking anonymously, reportedly confided to a friend that Janelle was basically forced to fund her share of Coyote Pass on her own, with minimal assistance, while Kody and Robyn lived in relative comfort. Did Kody and Robyn do this intentionally, or were they simply too overwhelmed by money management to keep the finances straight? The conflicting narratives swirl endlessly, but the fallout remains the same. Families splintered, trust shattered, and the once tight brown circle showing massive cracks.
To live plural marriage again.
He could sell the 2-acre piece he and Robyn on and the 5 acres.
There's a few things that I will fight for, and this is one of them.
It's impossible to talk about the alleged money scandal without addressing the widening gulf between Kody and his other wives, particularly Janelle and Christine. Christine, of course, left the marriage officially, citing a myriad of reasons that included Kody's refusal to equally divide his time among the wives and children. But financial disputes reportedly played a significant role in her decision to walk away. Janelle, for her part, has been consistently open about her longing to build on Coyote Pass. She's the one who seemed most committed to that Flagstaff dream until repeated delays and suspicious shortfalls wore her down. The rumor mill suggests that behind closed doors, Janelle suspected that the money she thought was being saved for building was actually going toward Kody and Robyn's personal lifestyle. Being a pragmatic person, Janelle apparently felt cornered, fight back, or watch her dreams of a new home vanish into thin air. Meanwhile, Mary mostly kept her distance, focusing on personal ventures like her bed and breakfast and various side businesses. Some fans believed she had grown disillusioned with the entire arrangement and simply chose to avoid confrontation. Others suspect that Mary, recognizing how finances were being handled, opted to become more financially independent rather than continue funneling money into a shared pool that primarily benefited Robyn.
I'm not trying to rip you off, Mary. That's all imagined in Janelle's head because Janelle feels like, oh, I got divorced, so I deserve something.
In each case, the result is the same. The sisterhood that once defined the Brown family has become more of a scattered group of ex-wives and disenchanted children, with Kody and Robyn standing apart in their own bubble. If the allegations are true, it's no wonder the other wives have grown resentful. And if the allegations are false, as Kody and Robyn might claim, one could question why they haven't offered more transparent accounts of where that communal money actually goes. The day the scandal broke, Sister Wives fans lit up social media with outraged commentary. Where did the money go? Posts demanded accountability in every fan group imaginable. Some longtime viewers, already suspicious of Kody's track record, lashed out with "I knew it" type responses, insisting they'd seen the signs for years. Others approached more cautiously, wondering if the daughter was venting or feeling anger from personal rifts, thereby exaggerating financial claims. Tabloids and online magazines seized the story, running headlines about Kody's alleged money. Manipulation. They raked through old episodes, scouring for scenes that might confirm the allegations. Every moment Kody and Robyn were shown purchasing something nice was held up as a smoking gun. Meanwhile, the family's official channels stayed eerily quiet, likely due to contractual obligations with the network or simple damage control protocols. When Kody and Robyn did eventually address the rumors, albeit briefly in interviews or vague public comments, fans found their answers unsatisfying. They insisted everything was on the up and up, pointing out that reality TV families often have complicated budgets. But watchers countered that if it was just a complicated budget, why did Janelle and Christine so often mention feeling pressured? Financially, why did the daughter's statements match the frustration Christine had expressed in her departure? The swirling speculation refused to die down, and in fact, it only gained more momentum as time went on. Insiders claim that the heartbreak within the Brown family runs deeper than mere money. This is about loyalty, love, and a sense of betrayal that might never heal. The daughter who blew the whistle has supposedly paid a heavy emotional price. In some retellings, she was effectively cut off from certain family discussions, even restricted in seeing some siblings. According to her, Robyn and Kody only allow contact if she retracts her hurtful lies. Some go so far as to say that Robyn has become the gatekeeper for several younger Brown kids. If you cross her, you lose access. This is where the claims of control and manipulation grow most potent. While the Brown family once prided itself on unity and unconditional support, the daughter's stance indicates that the family's approach is now very much fall in line or find yourself on the outside. Ex-wives and ex-stepchildren have also voiced confusion and sadness, describing how Kody's and Robyn's once cooperative approach has turned rigid and corporate. Instead of addressing emotional concerns or explaining financial matters, they allegedly stonewall or threaten that any pushback could end up hurting the entire family's livelihood with TLC. That puts an incredible strain on everyone involved, forcing them to choose between financial security and personal honesty. It's no wonder multiple wives have decided to strike out on their own, forging new paths without Kody's involvement. At the center of it all stands Robyn, painted by some as a cunning orchestrator with an iron grip on Kody's heart, and by others as a misunderstood wife caught in the crossfire. Regardless of the truth, she certainly has her share of critics. The rumor that she entered the marriage primarily seeking financial stability for herself and her children has never fully faded away. And with these new accusations swirling, that rumor only seems to gain traction. When the dust settles, if it ever does, where does this leave the Brown family? The once united Sister Wives clan has fractured beyond recognition. Christine is officially out, Janelle appears mostly independent, Mary stands apart with her own ventures, and Kody seems fully entrenched with Robyn. Meanwhile, children who once yearned for acceptance now speak openly about their anger or heartbreak. The accusations of theft and lies aren't merely an embarrassing public spectacle. They represent a profound breach of trust that might be impossible to repair. Could this be the final nail in the coffin for Kody's polygamous dream? Or is there a chance that revelations like these will force him and Robyn to reevaluate how they handle family finances and relationships? Some fans speculate that legal action or more formal mediations could be on the horizon if these allegations intensify. Others believe the drama will simply fizzle out once the cameras stop rolling. But make no mistake, these accusations have forever changed the Brown family narrative. Now we hand it over to you, the viewer. Are Kody and Robyn guilty of funneling communal funds to maintain a more luxurious life? leaving Janelle, Christine, Mary, and the rest of the family in the dust? Or have these rumors and emotional testimonies been blown out of proportion by hurt feelings in social media? Whether you think it's pure scandal or partial misunderstanding, one thing's for sure, the Sister Wives saga has taken a dramatic and deeply painful turn. What do you believe? Could this controversy mean the end of the Brown Empire as we know it? Drop your thoughts, your theories, and your own experiences with financial betrayal in the comments. The conversation is only just beginning, and if we've learned anything about the Browns, it's that their next move will be the biggest shocker of all. Will they come clean and share the truth, or double down on their denial, risking an even deeper family divide? Stay tuned, because with this family, the story is far from over.